recording, Sandhya?
So, Prasanna,
Yes, Bhaiya.
hope you're coming
Yes.
for the yagna.
Okay, kindly mute yourself. We're going to start the class. Om. Om. गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत नः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रजवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये गजाननपद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानामेकदन्तमुपास्महे ॐ गङ्गणपतये वरवरद सर्वजनं मे ॐ गङ्गणपतये नमः ॐ ग्लौं गणेशाय नमः ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गङ्गणपतये वरवरद सर्वजनं मे वशमानय स्वाहा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः सदा निम्बवृक्षस्य मूलाधिवासा सुधास्राविणं तिक्तमप्यप्रियन्तं तरुं कल्पवृक्षाधिकं साधयन्तन्नमामीश्वरं सद्गुरुं सायिनाथम् ॐ दत्तात्रेय हरे कृष्ण उन्मत्तानन्ददायक दिगम्बरमुने बालपिशाचज्ञानसागरा ॐ द्रां श्री साईराम रक्ष माम् ॐ द्रां श्री साईराम पाहि माम् हे परमेश्वर दीनदयाळो साईनाथ गुरुदेव कृपाळो रक्ष रक्ष जगदीश्वर साई आर्तत्राणपरायण साई ॐ नमश्चण्डिकायै अक्षस्रक्परशुङ्गदेषु कुलिशं पद्मं धनुः कुण्डिकां दण्डं शक्तिमसिञ्च चर्मजलजं घण्टां सुराभाजनं शूलं पाशसुदर्शनं च दधतीं हस्तैः प्रबालप्रभाम् सैवेशैरिभमर्धिनीं महालक्ष्मीं शैवेशैरिभमर्धिनीमिह महालक्ष्मीं सरोजस्थिताम् ॐ ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Sairam to all of you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hari Om, Sairam, Namaste. And we are studying the third chapter in Devi Mahatmyam, which is Mahishasura Vatha. And in the context of that, we went through in this chapter the mother annihilating the 14 different chiefs of army of Mahishasura, including Durdhara and Durmukha, which are the last two that were annihilated by her. And then we went through all the tirade and the different acts of Mahishasura, how he was with his hitting with his muzzle and lashing with his tail, etc., etc. 8 different types of acts of tyranny that he has created, and then how the mother was trying to catch him with her noose, and when he was trying to catch with her noose, he was he was changing different forms, and the different forms that he changed, to begin with a buffalo, then he also turns into a lion, then into a man with a sword, and then into an elephant, and finally becomes Mahisha, which is the buffalo. And this buffalo starts now creating all kinds of havoc on on the scene, with the mother's army getting hit by him in various ways. And then the mother was watching all of this, let him go on a tirade, and then she she was sipping this madhu, and the interpretation of what this madhu is different, and she is getting intoxicated. All these are interpretations by the people who don't know what that all that means, because there is nothing called the mother is getting intoxicated. What is mother to be getting intoxicated with? There is nothing called the mother getting hurt. Huh? There is absolutely mother. All these you will see even in the context of all these weapons being thrown at her. You will see that none of these weapons even touch her. None of these weapons even touch the mother. Not even, you know, if the mother is not even touched by any weapon, she is not subject to anything called intoxication and all that kind of stuff. It's all misinterpretation. Why is that? There is a spiritual basis for why the mother is not affected by any of these things. Why? My dear Umaji is on the line, and she knows Bhagavad Gita, huh? In and out, every single shlokam. Yes. What is the shlokam in which why the
No,
Paramatma?
Sangram, Sudha, Sudha is,
Yes.
Sudha, she knows much better
Oh,
than me, she knows.
okay.
Saira.
So the Atmic consciousness is not subject to wetting by water, subject to burnt of the fire, subject to getting cut by any sword or anything like that. The mother, who is the supreme Shakti and the divine Atman, has absolutely no attributes of getting hurt or getting burnt or getting wet or getting any of these things. That is the spiritual significance of it. Is said in Bhagavad Gita, all these things. Bhagavan himself said this. And what we are seeing as the story of the mother manifesting here is entire Bhagavad Gita, if you were to write as a story, becomes Devi Mahatmyam. Entire Sri Rudram, if you write it as a story, becomes Devi Mahatmyam. So there is absolute, including the number of namahas that are used in Sri Rudram, or the exact number of namahas in Devi Mahatmyam. It is called Devi Namakam, and we will get to that when we get to the extolling of the mother by different devas. Now, with that, let us now get into the next chapter, and I want to share it or have somebody else share it. Can someone make Srinivas Talluri as the co-host, and I can ask him to share the screen? You have the PDF that I
Yes,
sent.
Bhaiya.
Okay, Sinu. Okay, so while we are getting into that, let us get and Shanta is the one that is chanting today, and Markandeya. Okay, we'll start with the shlokas that we learned yesterday from 25. Harihi Om Namaschandikayai Sopi Kopan Mahaviryah Kurakshundamahitalaha Shrungabhyam Parvatanuchyamश्चिक्षेपचननादच वेगभ्रमणविक्षुण्डामहीतस्य व्यसीर्यत लाङ्गूलेनाहतश्चाब्धिः प्लावयामास सर्वतः धृतशृङ्गविभिन्नाश्च खण्डं खण्डं ययुर्घनाः श्वासानिलास्ताः शतशो निपेतुर्नभसोऽचलाः इति क्रोधसमाध्मातमापतन्तं महासुरम् दृष्ट्वा सा चण्डिका कोपं तद्वधाय तदाकरोत् साक्षिप्त्वा तस्य वैपाशं तं बबन्धमखासुरम् तत्याजमाहिषं रूपं सोऽपि बद्धो महामृधे ततः सिंहो भवत्सद्यो यावत् तस्याम्बिका शिरः छिनत्ति तावत् पुरुषः खड्गपाणिरदृश्यत तत एवाशु पुरुषं देवी चिच्छेदसायकैः तं खड्गचर्मणा सार्धं ततः सोऽभून् महागजः करेण च महासिंहं तं च कर्षजगर्ज च कर्षतस्तु करेण च महासिंहं तं च कर्षजगर्ज च कर्षतस्तु करं देवी खड्गेन निरङ्कृतत ततो महासुरो भूयो माहिषं वपुरा स्थितः तथैव क्षोभयामास त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरम् ततः क्रुद्धा जगन्माता चण्डिकापानमुत्तमम् पपौः पुनः पुनश्चैव जहासारुणलोचना ननर्दचासुरः सोऽपि बलवीर्यमदोद्धतः विषाणाभ्यां च चिक्षेप चण्डिकां प्रति भूधरान् सा च तान् प्रहितांस्तेन चूर्णयन्ती शरोत्करैः उवाच तं मदोद्धूतमुखरागाकुलाक्षरम् हरिः ॐ देव्युवाच. Then the mother is speaking and the mother says, Garja Garja Kshanam Mudha, O Mudha, O fool, Garja Garja Kshanam, come on, roar, roar. And this roar will be only for a second more until Madhu Patipamyaham, until I finish this Madhu. Madhu also means divine nectar. There is wine, there is a divine. This is divine. Madhu does not mean wine. And I already said she has no aspect of getting intoxicated. Madhu yavat pibamyaham, until I finish all of this divine nectar that I am carrying. Maya tvayihate traiva garjishantyashu devataah. The moment maya tvayihate atraiva, and when I finish killing you, right then and there, garjayishantyashu devata, then all the devatas will roar in ecstasy and extolment. Devyuvacha garja garja kshanam mudha madhu yavat pibamyaham mayatvaihate traiva garjaishantyashu devatah. Yes, Martin.
ॐ देव्युवाच गर्ज गर्ज क्षणमूढ
ॐ देव्युवाच गर्ज गर्ज क्षणं मूढ ॐ देव्युवाच गर्ज गर्ज क्षणं मूढ
मधु यावत् पिबाम्यहम्
मधु यावत् पिबाम्यहम् मधु यावत् पिबाम्यहम्
गर्ज गर्ज क्षणं मूढ मधु यावत् पिबाम्यहम्
गर्ज गर्ज क्षणं मूढ मधु यावत् पिबाम्यहम् गर्ज गर्ज क्षणं मूढ मधु यावत् पिबाम्यहम्
मया त्वयि हतेऽत्रैव
मया त्वयि हतेऽत्रैव मया त्वयि हतेऽत्रैव
गर्जिष्यन्त्याशु देवताः
गर्जिष्यन्त्याशु देवताः गर्जिष्यन्त्याशु देवताः
मया त्वयि हते त्रैव गर्जिष्यन्त्याशु देवताः
मया त्वयि हतेऽत्रैव गर्जिष्यन्त्याशु देवताः मया त्वयि हतेऽत्रैव गर्जिष्यन्त्याशु देवताः
गर्ज गर्ज क्षणं मूढमधुयावत् पिबाम्यहम् मया त्वयि हते त्रैव गर्जिष्यन्त्याशु देवताः
गर्ज गर्ज क्षणं मूढमधु यावत् पिबाम्यहम् मया त्वयि हतेऽत्रैव गर्जिष्यन्त्याशु देवताः गर्ज गर्ज क्षणं मूढमधु यावत् पिबाम्यहम् मया त्वयि हतेऽत्रैव गर्जिष्यन्त्याशु देवताः
Rishiruvacha. Who is the Rishi here?
Sumedha.
Thank you. Evamuktva samutpatya sa arudha tam mahasuram. Evamuktva, having said that, samutpatya, she then leaped into the air. You can imagine this. It's like a beautiful scene of the mother now jumping into the air. Sa, she then arudha tam mahasuram. She leaped into the air and then she landed right onto this Mahasura, the Mahishasura. Padena akramya kanthecha shulenaina matadayat. What did she do? She landed her foot right onto his neck. And then shulena matadayat. Then she controlled him with her shula. What a beautiful scene. For me, this mother of Kanakadurga is just right in front. These are dhyana shlokas. Evamuktva samutpatya sarudhatam mahasuram padena akramya kanthecha. Padena akramya kanthecha. You have to say now it's his kantham is so big, no? It's her entire foot now has rested so firmly on his neck such that his entire neck is now covered with her foot. Absolutely no way for him to even to move. And how did she do that? Only with the force of coming down from the sky. Shulena matadayat. Then she used the shulam on him. Eva muktva rishiruvacha. Eva muktva samutpatya sarudha tam mahasuram padena kramya kanthe cha shulenaina matadayat.
ॐ ऋषिरुवाच एवमुक्त्वा समुत्पत्य
ॐ ऋषिरुवाच एवमुक्त्वा समुत्पत्य
सारूढातं महासुरम्
सारूढातं महासुरम्
एवमुक्त्वा समुत्पत्य सारूढातं महासुरम्
एवमुक्त्वा समुत्पत्य सारूढातं महासुरम् एवमुक्त्वा समुत्पत्य सारूढातं महासुरम्
पादेनाक्रम्य कण्ठे च
पादेनाक्रम्य कण्ठे च
शूलेनैनमताडयत्
शूलेनैनमताडयत्
पादेनाक्रम्य कण्ठे च शूलेनैनमताडयत्
पादेनाक्रम्य कण्ठे च शूलेनैनमताडयत् पादेनाक्रम्य कण्ठे च शूलेनैनमताडयत्
ऋषिरुवाच एवमुक्त्वा समुत्पत्य सारूढातं महासुरम् पादेनाक्रम्य कण्ठे च शूलेनैनमताडयत्
ऋषिरुवाच एवमुक्त्वा समुत्पत्य सारूढा तं महासुरम् पादेनाक्रम्य कण्ठे च शूलेनैनमताडयत् एवमुक्त्वा समुत्पत्य सारूढा तं महासुरम् पादेनाक्रम्य कण्ठे च शूलेनैनमताडयत्
अतः स अपि पद आक्रान्तः तया निजमुखात् तदा, and thereupon caught under her foot. Sa, he was, thereupon, tataha, then, pada, under her foot, akrantaha, caught under her foot. Then the Mahishasura issued forth taya nijamukhat tada. He started bringing forth his original form, his real form. अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एव आसीद् देव्या वीर्येण संवृतः. Devya Viryena Samvrtaha, completely overcome by the valor of Devi. Then Eva Asid Ardhanishkranta, only half of his form was still buffalo, and about his head now started emerging as the Asura. ततस्सोऽपि पदाक्रान्तस्तया निजमुखात्तदा अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासीत् देव्या वीर्येण संवृतः.
ततः सोऽपि पदाक्रान्तस्
ततः सोऽपि पदाक्रान्तस्
तया निजमुखात् ततः
तया निजमुखात् ततः
ततः सोऽपि पदाक्रान्तस्तया निजमुखात् ततः
ततः सोऽपि पदाक्रान्तस्तया निजमुखात् ततः ततः सोऽपि पदाक्रान्तस्तया निजमुखात् ततः
अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासीत्
अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासीत्
देव्या वीर्येण संवृतः
देव्या वीर्येण संवृतः
अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासीत् देव्या वीर्येण संवृतः
अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासीत् देव्या वीर्येण संवृतः अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासीत् देव्या वीर्येण संवृतः
ततः सोऽपि पदाक्रान्तस्तया निजमुखात् ततः अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासीत् देव्या वीर्येण संवृतः
ततः सोऽपि पदाक्रान्तस्तया निजमुखात् ततः अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासीत् देव्या वीर्येण संवृतः ततः सोऽपि पदाक्रान्तस्तया निजमुखात् ततः अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासीत् देव्या वीर्येण संवृतः
अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासौ युध्यमानो महासुरः. Fighting युध्यमानो महासुरः, this Mahasura, Mahishasura. Ardhanishkranta evasau, having come out half form, he's still fighting, trying to fight with the mother. Ardhanishkranta evasau yudhyamano mahasuraha taya mahasina devya sirachitva nipatitaha. Then the Devi, the mother, struck his head off with her great sword. Now you can imagine this beautiful form of the mother Her foot is on her neck. Her trident she pierced into the neck. And now she took the sword with the other hand. When his half form was revealed, she cut that head off, the half form, the human head or the Rakshasa head, with her sword. Here, let us do namaskaram to this beautiful form of Mahishasuramardini. And please say after me, Martin, Jaya Durge, Jaya Durge,
Jai Durge,
Jaya Durge,
Jai Durge,
Jaya Durge,
Jai Durge,
Jaya Durge.
Jai Durge.
अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासौ युध्यमानो महासुरः तया महासिना देव्या शिरश्छित्त्वा निपातितः.
अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासौ
अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासौ
युध्यमानो महासुरः
युध्यमानो महासुरः
अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासौ युध्यमानो महासुरः
अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासौ युध्यमानो महासुरः अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासौ युध्यमानो महासुरः
तया महासिना देव्या
तया महासिना देव्या
शिरश्छित्त्वा निपातितः
शिरश्छित्त्वा निपातितः
तया महासिना देव्या शिरश्छित्त्वा निपातितः
तया महासिना देव्या शिरश्छित्त्वा निपातितः तया महासिना देव्या शिरश्छित्त्वा निपातितः
अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासौ युध्यमानो महासुरः तया महासिना देव्या शिरश्छित्त्वा निपातितः
अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासौ युध्यमानो महासुरः तया महासिना देव्या शिरश्छित्त्वा निपातितः अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासौ युध्यमानो महासुरः तया महासिना देव्या शिरश्छित्त्वा निपातितः
ततो हाहाकृतं सर्वं दैत्यसैन्यं ननाशयत्. Then tato hahakritam, crying in what we call as consternation or completely baffled that Mahishasura was killed. Daitya Sainyam Sarvam, all the army of Mahishasura, Nanasha Tat, the entire army of him perished. Praharshancha Param Jagmuhu, and all the Devaganas, all the Devas, Praharshamcha, were extremely exalted. They're in exaltation. Praharshancha Paranjagmuhu, Sakala Devata Ganah. All the Devaganas were extremely pleased, and that is Tatohaha Kritam Sarvam Daitya Sainyam Nanashatat Praharshancha Paranjagmuhu Sakala Devata Ganah.
ततो हाहाकृतं सर्वं
ततो हाहाकृतं सर्वं
दैत्यसैन्यं ननाशतत
दैत्यसैन्यन्ननाशतत
ततो हाहाकृतं सर्वं दैत्यसैन्यं ननाशतत
ततो हाहाकृतं सर्वं दैत्यसैन्यन्ननाशतत् ततो हाहाकृतं सर्वं दैत्यसैन्यन्ननाशतत्
प्रहर्षं च परं जग्मुः
प्रहर्षं च परं जग्मुः प्रहर्षं च परं जग्मुः
सकला देवतागणाः
सकला देवतागणाः सकला देवतागणाः
प्रहर्षं च परं जग्मुः सकला देवतागणाः
प्रहर्षं च परं जग्मुः सकला देवतागणाः प्रहर्षं च परं जग्मुः सकला देवतागणाः
ततो हाहाकृतं सर्वं दैत्यसैन्यन्ननाशतत् प्रहर्षं च परं जग्मुः सकला देवतागणाः
ततो हाहाकृतं सर्वं दैत्यसैन्यन्ननाशतत् प्रहर्षं च परं जग्मुः सकला देवतागणाः ततो हाहाकृतं सर्वं दैत्यसैन्यन्ननाशतत् प्रहर्षं च परं जग्मुः सकला देवतागणाः
तुष्टुवुः तां सुरा देवीं सह दिव्यैः महर्षिभिः जगुर्गन्धर्वपतयो ननृतश्चाप्सरोगणाः. With the sages in the heaven, tato tushtuvuhu, they are all extremely pleased, all of them. Sura devim saha divyaihi maharshibihi, all those enlightened maharshi, all of the Devi, the Gandharvas, the Gandharva chiefs, Jagur Gandharva Patayo, the chiefs of the Gandharvas, and the Apsaras, Apsaraganas, they all danced in ecstasy and praised the glory. Tushtuvastam Suradevim Sahadivyair Maharshibihi Jagur Gandharva Patayo Nanrutuschapsaro Ganah.
तुष्टुवुस्तां सुरादेवी
तुष्टुवुस्तां सुरादेवीं तुष्टुवुस्तां सुरादेवीं
सह दिव्यैर्महर्षिभिः
सह दिव्यैर्महर्षिभिः सह दिव्यैर्महर्षिभिः
तुष्टुवुस्तां सुरादेवीं सह दिव्यैर्महर्षिभिः
तुष्टुवुस्तां सुरादेवीं सह दिव्यैर्महर्षिभिः तुष्टुवुस्तां सुरादेवीं सह दिव्यैर्महर्षिभिः
जगुर्गन्धर्वपतयो
जगुर्गन्धर्वपतयो जगुर्गन्धर्वपतयो
ननृतुश्चाप्सरो गणाः
ननृतुश्चाप्सरो गणाः ननृतुश्चाप्सरो गणाः
जगुर्गन्धर्वपतयो ननृतुश्चाप्सरो गणाः
जगुर्गन्धर्वपतयो ननृतुश्चाप्सरो गणाः जगुर्गन्धर्वपतयो ननृतुश्चाप्सरो गणाः
तुष्टुवुस्तां सुरादेवीं सह दिव्यैर्महर्षिभिः जगुर्गन्धर्वपतयो ननुतुश्चाप्सरो गणाः
तुष्टुवुस्तां सुरादेवीं सह दिव्यैर्महर्षिभिः जगुर्गन्धर्वपतयो ननृतुश्चाप्सरो गणाः तुष्टुवुस्तां सुरादेवीं सह दिव्यैर्महर्षिभिः जगुर्गन्धर्वपतयो ननृतुश्चाप्सरो गणाः
Swasti Sri, please conclude. Swasti Sri Markandeya Purane Savarnike Manvantare Devi Mahatmye Mahishasuravadho Nama Tritiyodhyayaha. Thus concludes the third chapter of Devi Mahatmyam, named Slaying of Mahishasura in Devi Mahatmyam. And it also says translated by Davor Works. Important credit goes to Davor as well. Okay, go ahead, complete that, Sairam.
स्वस्ति श्रीमार्कण्डेयपुराणे सावर्णिके मन्वन्तरे देवी माहात्म्ये महिषासुरवधो नाम तृतीयोऽध्यायः
ॐ स्वस्ति श्रीमार्कण्डेयपुराणे सावर्णिके मन्वन्तरे देवी माहात्म्ये महिषासुरवधो नाम तृतीयोऽध्यायः ॐ स्वस्ति श्रीमार्कण्डेयपुराणे सावर्णिके मन्वन्तरे देवी माहात्म्ये महिषासुरवधो नाम तृतीयोऽध्यायः
Now, with that concludes the third chapter, and what we are contemplating on this Mahisha, the buffalo, and represents complete Rajasic quality that is associated with the tamas. That is what we need to understand. And now the mother is now the Aruna, who is again Pravala Prabham. Pravala Prabham means the complexion of the color that I have shown before, the coral, what we call as the Pagadam. Why she is in that color as Mahalakshmi is because she is also uses the passion or the Rajasic Guna, but completely aligned with the Sattva or the Supreme Consciousness in order to carry out her work, because when the divine comes in human form, the divine will not operate as the divine in the human form. Like Bhagavan himself is very beautifully the example of Jiva Prajna and Daiva Prajna. The Daiva Prajna means the complete awareness of the divinity and the consciousness is 100% there. But in the relative world, it would be operated as Jiva Prajna, as if he is one of the individuals amongst us. If he does not do that, then we will all be running away from him. And in order to relate to us that way, God behaves as if he is walking, as if he is talking, as if he is laughing, as if he is enjoying, as if he is taking letters, as if he doesn't know. He asks, where did you come from? How are you doing? How is your family? All this thing is exactly what is called as Mahamaya. Not that it is unreal. Mahamaya is not delusion. It is sincere. It is real. But at the same time, out of complete compassion and the love, he will operate in that manner. If the mother decides to annihilate Mahishasura, she can do that like that. But she did not. She allows him to fight. And we will learn all of that in the next chapter. Why did the mother allow him to actually play that much with her? Can't she just kill him with Hunkara? Can she just think of and kill him? Yes, she can. Why did she play it out? In the next chapter, in the fourth chapter, we will understand all those secrets of Devi Tattva. And in the context of all these 14 different chiefs of army, the most important being the ones that persist all the way to the end, Durdhara, Durmukha. All of this is 100% related to. Now, why I'm saying this? In the context of operating in the relative, in the Jiva Prajna, associated with the Daiva Prajna, the most important aspect is you pay attention to all her leelas and you forget what she is actually. Sa Nitya, she is the Nitya, the eternal. She is not touched by any weapon, she is not touched by any elements. In fact, all the weapons are hers. She is the one that gave the Shakti. Now go back and look at the second chapter. How she emerged? She emerged from the Manyu or the Dharmagraham of who? Bhurkuti Kutilalana of who? Hello, who is the first one that from which she emerged? Present within.
Brahma.
Anshar says. No, no, not Brahma.
Vishnu.
Not Brahma. No, not Vishnu.
Shiva.
Who did she emerge from?
Shiva.
No, there was no
Shiva, yes, Shiva. First
Shiva.
Shiva, first Shiva, then Vishnu, then Brahma. All the different gods, then all the. She is the one that is present in all of them. And that aspect about Shiva, she is the Shiva, and that energy is the Chaitanya, Chidagni Gunda Sambhuta, Deva Karya Samudyata, Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha. That is the mother. And that mother is now emerged from the sattvic Shaktis that are already present in the gods. How does this relate to us? Yes, how does all this relate to us? This relates to us because our mind, Sairam, can you unshare Sairama? Please, Srinivas, can you unshare now? Okay, stop sharing. So, how this relates to us is the mind is pulled by the tamasic and the rajasic nature of the senses, and it is pulled so strongly that it is taken away from our own sattvic awareness. And the sattvic awareness is bullied over by this mind associated with tamasic nature of our senses. Yes, it is bullied over. We all of us clearly know when we are getting bullied by our senses. Nobody needs to tell us. We get bullied by we know it. We know that our inside us, we know that our conscience is getting bullied over by our senses. But we will not be able to do anything. So Duryodhana very beautifully asked Krishna, Krishna, I know what I am doing is wrong. I am completely aware of it. But somehow I am not able to do anything about it. So, brothers and sisters, at that moment, you have to invoke the sattvic forces that are present within us. Unite them through sadhana. Invoke them through tapas. And then that becomes the force. Not by one different method, by japa, by dhyana, by seva, then this love, the tough love will emerge out of it. Not ordinary love, tough love. And if you have to know what this tough love is, look at Bhagavan, how he exhibits this tough love. Some of them would be just by saying, hum, and your mind will get silenced. Some sense will get silenced. These Bijaksharas have such power in them that when you utter them, they invoke these Shaktis. Just the Bijaksharas are uttered in the context of the Ganapati mantra that we chant. Srim, Hrim, Klim, Glaum, Gang, Ganapataye, Varavarada, Sarvajanam me, Vashamanaya Swaha. What does that mean? See, why I am bringing all of this is all of you as the learners of this, if you only focus on the technicality of chanting, which is important, but if you don't connect to the inner essence of why we are doing this. And in the next chapter, very beautifully in the Shakradi Stuti, as we go into it, how all of these things come forth. What is the incredible essence of the Devi Tattva is described. And when we utter Srim, Hrim, Klim, Glaum, Gang, Ganapataye, Varavarada Sarva Janam Me, Vashamanaya Swaha. What did we do? Srim invokes Sri Sripati. Hrim invokes Girija Girijapati. Klim invokes Rati Ratipati. Glaum invokes Mahi Mahipati. Gam invokes Ganapati. And when all these forces are invoked, then they all come together as the supreme energy. And what does that energy or the divine force will do? Vara Varada. Then they will bestow upon mental peace and physical peace, the boons, mental and physical, adi, bhautika, adhyatmika, adi, daivika, vashamanaya swaha. All the senses, everything will come under the control, just like the noose she threw over Mahishasura. The noose is to pull this bull. When pulling the bull doesn't want to get controlled. The moment Bhagavan is pulling you, you escape. You want to escape. You don't want to stay with the sadhana. You want to escape. You want to come with some excuse. Oh, this happens. Oh, that happens. And now became a chameleon. You turn from a bull into a lion, into a man with a sword, and then an elephant and everything. And then this elephant, the Gaja of the Mahisha, is now trying to hold your own individual Jiva, the lion. And if you truly are invoking Bhagavan's grace, he will use Sama, Dana, Bheda, Danda Upayas to control all of our senses. Are you with me? Are you all seeing this with me? Please, I don't want to just give a discourse here.
Yes,
Yes.
Gurudev.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Sairam.
This is not a discourse. We are collectively doing this sadhana. We are collectively doing this yajna. And this yajna that we are collectively doing is called BABA, Baba. What is this yajna that we are doing? Be aware, be alert. Be aware, be alert. Whenever a Mahishasura is emerging with all this Chikshura, Chamura, Karala, Uddhata, Bhaskala, all these guys are emerging constantly. Be aware, be aware. And when you are be aware, be alert. Don't let them take over you. Invoke the supreme tough love within you. How do you invoke that? Prajanane Brahma tishtatu, Padayor Vishnustishtatu, Hastayor Harastishtatu, Bakhvor Indrastishtatu, Jatare Agnistishtatu, Hridaye Sivastishtatu, Kanthe Vasavastishtant. All these are present within you. All these devatas, Prajapati, everybody is present in you. Unite them, integrate them, invoke the supreme consciousness within us, and she will do the rest of the job. Okay. The next chapter as we move on. By the way, on Tuesday, we'll have the practice session this week. I will send out along with the email. So the Zoom link for the practice session, and there we will cover the third chapter in completeness. We'll practice the third chapter. And The next chapter, the fourth chapter, is called Shakradhistuti. And this Shakradhistuti, there are 4 different stutis that are in Devi Mahatmyam that are the most powerful essence of Devi Tattva or even the divine. When we say that Devi, I'm not using it as a female, just want to be very clear. There is no gender associated with consciousness. It's only for convenience we use this. And the Shakra, the Stuti, Shakra means Indra, Adi means so on. Stotram. Stotram is interpreted by people a praise, but Stotram is not praise. Stotram is true essence. When you understand the Stotram, you will understand the essence of divinity. That's very beautiful because there is integration of yantra, mantra, tantra, everything coming together, even in these dhyana shlokas. And these, if you don't connect to these stutis, you miss the point of understanding the essence, not understanding in mental or understanding as an intellectual. That is not what we are trying to do here. We are truly present. You are looking at divinity. You are able to see the mantra, not just chant the mantra. The mantra then takes over. This incredible energy of the mantras will completely, you are now present in that vibration. Shakradhistuti is the stotram. Now the next chapter, the 4th chapter in the Madhyama Charitra. We are still in Madhyama Charitra. 2nd, 3rd, 4th are the Madhyama Charitra. And in this Madhyama Charitra, this is also called Aparajita Stotram. Aparajita, the invictus, the invincible. The invincible consciousness is called Aparajita. Aparajita Stotram is what we are going to learn next. Is also Mahisha Sutram. It is as powerful as the. What is the first stotram that we learned in Devi Matyam? Hello.
Savarni
Savan
Surya
Surya
Tanayo.
Tanayo.
No. That is not stotram. That is story.
Swam Swatha.
Om Namah Chandikaya. I think we lost Shekharji.
Sairam, I am back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that.
Om Namah Chandikaya.
No. What is the first stotram?
Dhyana Slokamanna.
No, that is not stotram. That is dhyanam.
Given
What
by
is the-
Brahma.
Tvam
Tvam Swaha,
Tvam
Tvam
Swada.
Swatha.
That is it. Yes, correct.
Ratri Suktam.
Yes.
Tvam-
And
Yes.
Yeah, Ratri.
yes. I got it. People answered the question. It is by Brahma. Brahma did the first invocation. And in that invocation, he starts with Tvam Swaha, Tvam Swadha, right? That is the first stotram. And it is also a suktam.
Ratri
And the
Suktam.
next one, Mahishantakari Suktam. 1 minute, Sairama. Ratri Suktam is what Brahma has invoked, yes, and that is what we finish. And now there is Ratri Suktam or the Brahma Suktam and What we are trying to learn here is pay attention to the details here. The attention to the detail is what is called study. Therefore, we call this group Veda study. It is Adhyayana. It is not simply learning. It is Adhyayana. That's why it is Veda study with steadiness. You study with steadiness. And when you are studying, you are a student, you have to pay attention to all the details. And the first detail is in the Prathama Charitram, Brahma brought out the divinity. He invoked. Yes, you understand? And in this chapter, Madhyama Charitram, after the job is done, they are praising her. In the first Charitram, he asked her to come out so that Vishnu can do the job. In this Charitram, there was no invocation before, there is no asking of her to come out. Because of the dharmagraha of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha, and all the devatas, Sambhavastejasam Shiva. She was the integrated, united energies or effulgence of all the devas that were naturally present in these devas. And then she did the job. After she did the job, now they are praising her. Brahma praised her before doing the job. There is a, I am emphasizing all this because I won't tell you why this is the case. You have to focus, meditate. You have to do the dhyana when you are studying this. Why this is the case? What happens, etc. Because every అరటిపండు ఒలిచి నోట్లో పెట్టి మింగండ్ర అని కూడా it's like as if peeling the banana and then putting it in your mouth and say you swallow and then only you, not like that. I'll only show you the banana. You have to peel it, you have to eat it yourself. And then you will get true bliss out of learning Devi Mahatmyam. This Dhyana Shloka, I don't know, we have only 3 more minutes. I guess what we have to do is maybe we will pause here and I will start the, or should we cover the Dhyana Shloka? Martin, what do you want to do?
Kama pradhana.
Huh?
Kama pradhana.
I didn't understand. You want to cover the Dhyana Slokam quickly and then
He
we'll...
said Kshama Prarthana.
Oh, Kshama Prarthana. Okay, okay, we'll go to Kshama Prarthana. Are there any questions or comments or anything before we close? And I will send you the 4th chapter along with the notes next. Any questions, comments on this?
Sai Rama, Gayatri here. If Mahishasura, maybe it's a silly question, Mahishasura is considered as one of the most powerful villains. How come he is already dead by the 3rd episode itself? Or the others are more important?
Yeah. Oh, come on. If the most powerful guy is killed in the 3rd chapter itself, what is remaining in the rest of the thing? Oh, yeah. No, there's... You think Mahishasura is the only problem? There is a much bigger problems than Mahishasura. We will understand that when we come to the last Charitra, the Uttara Charitra, then you will understand there are even more subtler problems than Mahishasura. Yeah, Mahishasura is just the Rajoguna. That's it. The Rajoguna means, what is this Rajoguna we're talking about? The Rajoguna is the, put in English for those who don't understand the Sanskritam words, it's constant movement, impelled by the impulses of the lower senses and the mind. You understand? It's very, very visual. Your mind is associated with lower tendencies. And what is the lower tendency? And this lower tendency is actually constantly moving, constantly moving. You know, the people that earn, and this is pulled by 3 things: the power, the desire, and there is the 3 W. Swami said: woman, wealth, and wine. WWW, that is the internet. World Wide Web. Don't woman doesn't mean woman as in gender. Woman really means desire, wealth, power. Wine is intoxicated by power. The guys that are caught up in these three, trust me, they are constantly going after them. No matter, the most richest people are the most greediest people on this earth. Take it for granted. If you are most super rich person, you are super greedy. Super greedy. Because it won't stop. The mind won't stop. It will do anything and everything at the expense of any aspect to go grab more, grab more, grab more. That is Mahishasura. And when you try to pin it, it will change. They will lie like hell. They will do anything possible. They're like chameleons. They're hiding behind their true form, and colors are hiding behind many different aspects. And that is the significance of Mahishasura's different forms. When the divine comes to attack you, you change. Not attack you, meaning to take control of it. When the divine force is within you, it will try to manipulate. It will manipulate in so many ways. So Mahishasura is not. Now you are thinking, oh my God, if Mahishasura is such a problem, what more is in store for us to deal with? Oh, Mahishasura is a simpler problem. We'll come to what are the bigger problems later. Yes, any other questions?
Yeah, Sairam Chandrasekhar here. So I just want to share a kind of a revelation based on what you explained today. For a long time, I had been kind of wondering this image of goddess Mahakali, where he has Shiva under her, and then she's on the top. But you beautifully explained that how she arose. Just a few moments ago, she arose first from Shiva. So I understand that it's more of she as the divine Devi aroused from Shiva, and that's the reason why Shiva is under her, and she's on top with various other things. So I just thought I will share this revelation.
Yeah, so brother, the carefulness you have to apply here is the Shiva in the context of what you're describing, and this what we are looking at as Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati are not the consorts of the gods that you're talking about. Please understand that. Okay, so don't get carried away that that she came out of Shiva. She did not come out of Shiva. This Mahalakshmi that we're talking about is the divine energy, not related to the consort of Vishnu, that Lakshmi that is pressing the feet. That is not what this is. The Mahakali that we're talking about is not the consort of Shiva, and the Mahasaraswati we are going to look at in the next chapter is not the consort of Brahma. This is not that. This is not at all related to that. This Mahalakshmi is the integrated aspect of all the divine energies which she is already present within them. She is the one who gave Shakti to them. So don't interpret Puranic way, please. Yeah. So it's much more bigger, profound than that. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, Sairam. It's my responsibility that we are staying on the higher aspect of what we are learning here. The Puranic interpretations, what we learned in with stories, etc., they have a different significance in organized religion. This is not Devi Mahatyam is not a story of organized religion called Hinduism. This story of Devi Mahatyam is running whether you are a Christian, a Muslim, a Jew, or whatever. All these things that we are talking about is you are subject to all this independent of your religion. Hinduism is a word that came much more later in our organized way. That's a different topic. Yes, Venkata, you have a question?
Hi, brother. Yeah, so I was thinking, comprehending in my mind that the way to interpret all of this is our ego is so big and so powerful that it takes as much as effort as Devi Mahatmyam to convince us to really give up this ego. Is that a good way to look at this?
Very beautiful. It brings in you the awareness of all the tendencies that are operating in us constantly. And next time a desire arises, you will connect to a durdhara. And next time when you turn anger and your face looks ugly, you will remember a durmukha. See, until now, and we are all thinking that this Devi Matyam is a story that happened mythologically some thousands of years ago, 3500 BC or something like that, and therefore by worshipping this mother, uh, oh my God, okay, somebody is in a party. Okay, so my Halloween party today is Mahishasura is killed, and so many. Huh? Halloween party, somebody wants to tell me Mahishasura is at play. Okay, so Halloween. So you are right. So Venkat, until now, what our focus on these Puranas, our focus on all these Sri Rudram, everything is that thinking that this is all Hinduism related and this is some kind of no, it is not Hinduism related. You know, the greatest Mahishasura was ruled this country for 4 years, and and hopefully that is hopefully that would be the last of Mahishasura ruling we will see. So anyway, so bringing this
Okay.
awareness out, these are reminders of all the tendencies within us. Yes. Am I blabbering now? Yes. Anybody else?
Sairama, which means, is this a story as a Puranic story, or because you are saying that mountain behind you, really mother has actually slayed him there? So this is not a Puranic story. This is a real.
Oh, no, she will herself explain later as we learn the Devi Mahatyam that she will keep coming back and coming back and coming back. The way to understand is Mahishasura is constantly present within us. Shumba Nishumba are constantly present. Yeah, this is Matar Me Madhukaita Bhagni Mahisha Pranapaharodyame Helalambita Dhumralochana हे चण्डमुण्डार्दिनि निःशेषीकृतरक्तबीजदनुजे नित्ये निशुम्भापहे शुम्भध्वंसिनि नाशयाशु दुरितं दुर्गे नमस्ते ambike. This story is repeated over and over and over again. And that is the reason why we do Parayana over and over and over again. It's not a one time affair that you learnt the story and you are done with it. And that is the reason why you do Anushtana. That's the reason why you do Parayana. That's the reason why you do Japa. All these things are to raise our awareness. Next time a Mahishasura is showing up, you will know, oh, yes, I can see hitting, trampeding, lashing, blasting. All these things are happening. Oh, Mahishasura is awake now. Mahishasura is awake. Do the Parayana. Yes, Gayatri, no, good try. Is it a mythological story or not? It doesn't really matter. Whether it is a mythological story or not is irrelevant. What is relevant is this story happening over and over again. And therefore, whenever it happens, be be aware, be alert. Yes, Sairam. Yes. Okay, Sairam. So now brother is waiting patiently for Kshama Prarthana. Markandeya is waiting. So let's finish with Kshama Prarthana today. And I know I have 133 people. Kindly, please, all my European buddies, get vaccinated, come for the yajna so that we will put an end to all this kind of things and to bring peace and happiness to the universe. And the most important milestone in our careers is the centennial celebration of Bhagavan in 2025. It's an incredibly important milestone in all our lives. And the reason for that is Shubhakrut, Shobhakrut, all these years that are going to come. Shubhakrut is the next year, and we are doing the yajna for that. And as I already mentioned to those people in the beginning, right, some of you, I know many people are apprehensive of taking a vaccine. Don't take vaccine for your body. Take the vaccine into your body for the sake of others. And that is help ever, hurt never. By taking a vaccine, you are helping others. And that is the principle that Swami wants to operate on. I don't care about the rest of the stories you hear, all kind of conspirational theories that people are injecting something in you so that they can track and demonic worlds are operating. I heard these stories also from some people. Let that be. And the demonic worlds that will be operating on you, since you are chanting Devi Mahatmyam and you are chanting Rudram, none of those will be effective on you. But by taking the vaccine, you are helping those that are compromised immunologically, those that are compromised by age, those that are compromised because of their other aspects, you are helping them. So please take vaccine, please come to Yajna, please register. We have already like 100 people registered already. And our target goal is to have 270 to 280 Ritviks, and so that we want to give maximum opportunity to everyone to participate in this yajna. We can run the yajna with 120 people. That is not a problem. But the reason why we are opening up for more and more is because there are so many that have learned Rudram, so many that are learning Devi Mahatyam. It's a great opportunity for us to offer this for the sake of universal peace, which is not esoteric. I will tell you, 18 months of yajna that we did, Jnana Yajna, is the reason why so many people got protected from all the kind of pandemic even before the vaccine came out. So please know that Durge Smrta Harasi Bhiti, Masesha Janto Swaschai Smrta Matimativa Shubhandadasi, Daridra Dukka Bhayaharini Katvadanya, Sarvopakara Karanaya Sadardra Chitta. If you are learning Devi Mahatyam, you have to practice that you are existing for sarvopakara karanaya, only to help others, that you are existing with what? Sadardra chitta, with a conscience that is 100% compassionate. And I'm not teaching spirituality here, but if we don't understand the purpose of this, we lost the intent behind it. So with that, we'll chant the Kshama Pradhana. And Martin and Shanta, beautiful job chanting today. And thanks for your patience and putting up with all my blabber. Okay, Sai Ram. Om यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव नारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व साईश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्व क्षमस्व साईश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष साईश्वर हरिः ओम् तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषा गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. By the way, for those of you who didn't know, last week, the day when we sent the registration for the yajna is the day that Swami opened floodgates from the sky in Sacramento, and there was a rain that happened that did not occur in Sacramento for 120 years. That much rain has fallen because he wanted to power wash this place and purify this for all of us to participate in the yajna. And it is amazing that and I was in Tiruvannamalai And Tiruvannamalai, same thing happened during our yajna. Brother Martin was there, and when I was in Tiruvannamalai, the security guard that that was the chief of security. He came running to me and he said, "Shekharji, I'm so happy to see you after 4 years. After that yajna, every year Tiruvannamalai is getting rain, and people have gotten back into agriculture. So don't think that these yajnas have no power, or they don't, give peace and prosperity to all the beings in all the worlds. This is true, and this is an experience at individual levels and collective level. So with that, we will have a wonderful week, and then we will have the practice on Tuesday. Jai Sai Ram. Jai Sai Ram.
Jai Sai